Hello everyone, welcome back to Scienceology Class 6 Chapter 1 Food, Where Does It Come From? In this video, we are going to finish off the chapter topics, plant raw materials, plant sources and animal sources. So let's get started. Now talking about raw materials, we've already discussed in the previous video. If you didn't check out that video, please go and check that video first and then come to this video. Now talking about raw materials, it is a basic material from which a product is made. So raw materials can be of two major types. So we may have other type as well, but we have two major types, which are plant and animal sources. So raw materials are known as which is a basic material from which a product is made. Now in this case we have the product as food, and the raw materials can be vegetables, salt, water, oil. All of these are raw materials from which a product is made. So yes, now let's talk about raw materials which are brought from the plants are known as plant sources. As we also know that the name plant sources also suggests that raw materials which are brought from the plant are known as plant sources. So we have an example over here. So this is a bell pepper plant. In this we have parts of a plant. So we have a leaf, fruit, flower, stem and root. But one thing we have to keep in our mind is that not all parts of a plant can be eaten by us. There are edible parts of a plant. Edible over here means eatable. So we have only few parts of a plant which can be eaten by us. So we have flower, a fruit, leaf, stem and root. These are 5 parts of a plant which can be eaten by us, but not all the parts of a plant can be eaten by us. Suppose we have an example of this pepper plant. In this we can only eat the fruit, which is the bell pepper, and which is edible for us. But whereas all this leaf, stem, root and flower cannot be eaten by us, they may be poisonous and they are not suitable for eating. So let's discuss about fruit, flower, leaf, stem and root. So plant sources. As we also discussed that plant sources, that means a plant has parts of a plant. There are 5 parts of a plant, and not all parts of a plant are edible. Now, for the example of flower, we have cauliflower and broccoli. So these two are flower of a plant. So these two are edible and can be eaten by us, and there is no harm if we eat this, because this is edible and this is a flower part, or this is a flower of the cauliflower. Cauliflower is the flower of the cauliflower plant, and broccoli is the flower of the broccoli plant. So these both can be eaten by us, and they both are edible. Now talking about leaf. So we have spinach and coriander. So the thing is that these both are leaf part of a plant, and they can be eaten by us. So there is no harm, and they both are edible. Talking about stems. We eat the stems of plants like celery and fennel and asparagus. And yes, asparagus is a stem and tender shoot. So as you can see over here, the pictures are given. This is asparagus, celery and fennel. These 3 are types of stems and which are eaten by us, and they cause no harm to us. Plant sources, roots as vegetables. We have beetroot, radish, carrot and turnip. These vegetables which are shown over here are root part of a plant. So these are roots basically, and we take them and eat them. So they are edible and they are root plant. Now we have the last one, plant sources, fruit. So as we also know that this is pineapple and which is cultivated as a fruit and a plant, and guava over here is a fruit, and orange over here is also a fruit. We can take mango, we can take peach, we can take dragon fruit. All of these are cultivated as fruits of a plant. So these are basically fruits of a plant which we are eating, and these are edible for us. Now, talking about animal sources, we have raw materials that are brought from animals are known as animal sources. Right. So, examples of animal sources are milk, meat, cheese, butter, honey, and many more. So, these are brought from animals. So, these are edible for us, and we use them daily. So these are animal sources, and these are also known as raw materials which are brought from animals. Now, have you ever wondered there are two ingredients which are not actually classified into both animal and plant sources? If you guessed it right, yes. Natural sources which are salt and water. These both are not derived from or brought from both animal and plant sources. So these are known as natural sources, and these are brought from nature and not from anywhere else. Sources that are not from either plant or animals and are brought from nature are known as natural sources. Thank you, and let's meet in the next session of this chapter.